Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. My gosh, these dates, sometimes I get all jumbled up. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner, and my vision is to help you stay on your life path of living one day at a time, of whatever kind of recovery you're doing, just so that you take good care of you. Eating really good vegetables and fruits and drinking a lot of water, having great nutrition, and being sure to tell ourselves positive messages as we move forward, especially in this time of uncertainty and with COVID. So many things are crazy. So I make these readings so that we can all get a little bit of clarity of what the energy's like out there. And today I'm working with Stella Bennett's beautiful, The Star That Never Walks Around. And we've just entered Leo, and I'm a Leo, and for my birthday month coming up in August, I get the whole month. That's how Leos are. They take half of July. They own August. I treated myself to some new tarot decks, so they'll be coming in, and you'll see me incorporating them in the coming weeks. And in fact, I'm using a new deck today. I think you're going to like it. All right, let's jump into our cards. Our first card today in our general reading is the Six of Butterflies. Well, these people don't look very happy, do they? And they're not. They're grieving, they're mourning. They've made a conscious decision to sever some relationships. And they're just coming out of a time of eclipse. And so that means new light is going to be shined onto your situation. So what's that mean? What are you talking about with all these relationships? Well, I know some of you are ending relationships. Some of you are ending relationships with employers or with clients. I've seen this happening with some people cannot keep repeating the same stories. If a client, especially in the psychology field, if a client is unwilling to do any work, then the therapist needs to release them so that they find the therapist that's right for them. So there are endings that are happening with people within our community. I'm seeing it happen. So many people whom I love on Facebook are feeling at odds with others. So you know, that's a sense of a relationship. Or really, listen, I'll just say it plainly. I mean, things in the United States are getting very polarized and are intensifying. And we can see by the violence that's happening in many cities, and there's a lot of chaos happening. And Spirit has been saying this is what's going to happen. So you have the opportunity here. You get to choose how you're going to respond to your grief. Let's say you've had to end some friendships, or you've lost loved ones. This is also about death, a severing. You can go through this grieving. There are two options in this image. The first is the divine masculine. That's this guy. And he's got a blanket around his shoulders, and he's standing looking over this edge. It's as if they don't sever these relationships, you will fall into the abyss. So it's important that you're clear about who you are making your life with now. Well, listen, we're not in the after times yet. We're still in this chaos time, and the before times are not coming back. It's about moving forward. And some people may be in disagreement, or there's disharmony, and you can do it with the divine masculinity, with his blanket. So that means he's doing it with wisdom, with protection against the elements, and feeling, you know, he's warm. He's doing it with strength. Or this divine feminine, look at her. She's sitting on the edge of that cliff looking over. And he's not holding her back. She is wide open. She's exposed. So that's the invitation. How are you going to do it? And think about it. Think, you know, it's hard when relationships change like this. It's really hard. And I've been through it in my own life. And there's grief that comes up. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's important. You know, it's important to really recognize who we are surrounding ourselves with, what kind of energies. And when there is that bombardment of a belief that you just don't believe, when people are not listening to each other, it's impossible for them to have peace in dialogue. So if you are in a relationship where neither party is listening, it might be about you withdrawing and to regain your strength. Don't they look worn out? You know, regain your strength. The moon is retreating here. The sun is coming. It's all going to be illuminated, but it's not happening yet. So this is this in-between time. Oh my gosh. So it's second card that we got today, and we've seen this card before. This is the Five of Turtles, and we just had this card recently. Look at her. This beautiful woman has just captured that little kid and her little pony, or what do they call it? Little foal, right? And she's hardly gathering anything. She's taking what's important and leaving the rest. She's keeping her priorities on her little one. This could be your inner child, on how you're feeling, on if someone is not listening to you, and it is a pattern that, let's say, perhaps your parents or your family or your siblings never listen to you and still are name calling or not treating you with respect. Take your little kid, grab her pony, and get the heck out of there. You got to protect you first. And these endings, I'm not going to lie to you, this is sad stuff that's going on. There's some sad stuff happening in our nation. This totalitarian abuse of power by sending in agents to arrest. I know I said I wouldn't get political. I promised you. But some things are happening that violate our constitutional rights. And this loss that's happening, we have to regain our strength before the next step. So because we're a democracy and we have a constitution, so that's just on the bigger plane. All right, let's go into our third card here. I know it's sad. I'm sorry. It's a difficult time. I know some of you are really struggling. I know a lot of you are doing okay, but especially as in the U.S., and for many of you, I know a lot of pandemic funding is ending or has ended prematurely, or you were cut off, whatever. So you're feeling that loss. There's a lot of insecurity, financial insecurity, home, life insecurity. So here we have the Nine of Frogs. Let me fix this light. And you can see, this is our final tarot card for today. Do you see this brave? He is sitting in repose. He's calling on his angels. Calling all angels. Oh, I'm hearing that song again. Don't we love that song? But this is often called the wish card. And this is a time for you to be able to sit in quiet contemplation, quiet meditation, visualize, feel it, focus on what you want to attract in your life. I mean, I don't mean to be stepping in. I hear some of you are saying, oh, she's talking about that magical, like law of attraction, whatever. I hear you naysayers out there. But seriously, the angels are here and listening. We're in a time of chaos, and all of the spirit world is here for us at all times, and you have access. So call on your angels, call on your ancestors, call on your elders. What is it that you want? See it, write it, visualize it, but sit in your silence. Allow yourself the time and space that you need to turn it over. Allow those worries and fears that you have to disappear. It's time for them to go. It's time for your fear to end. You shouldn't have to be afraid of just daily life. That's what being in fear of daily life is not the invitation. So call on your angels. They're here for you. They want to hear for you. I hear operators are waiting and standing by. So call on them. Do your work where you're able to be with them. Sit in your meditation practice. How do you call the angels? My nose is dripping here. Okay, all right, now let's go into our final card today. And this comes from one of my new texts. It's called The Wisdom of the Oracle Deck, and it's by Colette Baron-Reid. And it is, I was just so captivated by that image because it just drew me in. And so I ordered this, and I found out later it's published by Hay House. And I just want to show you how beautiful the backs of these cards are. Isn't that beautiful? It's loaded with all kinds of imagery. And our final card for today from this Divine Wisdom Oracle Divination card, all the info's down below. I got it off of Amazon. This is the community card. So this is you rebuilding your community. Look at this beautiful mother giraffe nurturing her little baby there. It looks like there's a face in the haystack where she's standing, and the birds are flying above, and the flags that are flying are like, it's a happy place, full of light and energy, grounded. So this is about you rebuilding your community and creating the community that you want, especially if you are going through a breakup with a loved one, which some people are. Some people are saying, I can't stay with that guy for another 4 months. How am I going to get through this week? Take care of yourself. Make sure you're putting yourself first. And this is also the invitation. Where was that? I'm really hearing for you, especially with the angel card and both of this. Imagine yourself in this setting and think things through. Don't take... Do you see how still all these cards are? The beautiful mother giraffe, the brave in repose with the angels, the gentle trot of the horse, and the sitting by the edge of this abyss. They're all slowing down. So make sure your Wednesday is a day of thinking through things through. I know a lot of you are really worried about security and having what you need. But remember, the angels hear your call. And as we change commerce, commerce is going to be changing. As these things change, you will be supported. But you must really find that energy to call on your angels and wish it, think it, believe it. Really be clear, be thoughtful about what you need. Be thoughtful about it. Oh, I know it's been tricky. Oh, little tomato, I know you've been through a lot. I know. I don't know why people are not communicating well these days, and it's frustrating. But you can do it. You can take care of you. Listen, we're in Leo now, and Leo is really about that luxurious self-care. That's what Leos do good. That's what Leos do good, do best. They know how to take care of themselves. And they know, think of Martha Stewart and her being surrounded by all of her things. And she came from very humble beginnings. I'm not saying you got to be like Martha, but she was able to create herself. Remember, she was a fashion model, and then she stepped into her catering world, and then she became a media mogul. So she recreated herself many times, like Madonna, like these strong Leo women. So just take that as an inspiration that life is going to be returned in new ways that are going to be beyond our wildest expectations. But grieving our past and where we've come through this whole listen, 2020 has been a bit of a shitstorm. It has. I know you think that. It's been kind of kooky, so it's all right to be feeling how you're feeling. Feel your feelings. Talk to spirit. You're going to make it. Go easy with yourself today. Do an easy breath meditation. Be gentle with yourself. Stay cool. I know some of you are really still wicked hot up here in the northern hemisphere. It's hot. So be easy with yourself. Okay. All right, that's our reading for today. If this is one of your first times being here, thank you for stopping by. I'm really glad you did. I love seeing you here. And if you're one of my regulars or one of my new subscribers, thank you for coming back. You're in my heart. Really just think about what you need. When I do my meditations before these videos, I really do tap into what is happening out there. And the more we stay on that same frequency, the more we'll be able to ride this out together in the light, taking really good care of ourselves. So drink a lot of water, get your rest, do your meditation, gentle movement with the body. And remember, you are God's most favorite child. And peace will come, but there might be a little chaos first. So find the peace within you first, okay? And then we'll worry about everybody else. All right, my dear. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.